Daniel Miller, a successful advertising executive from Los Angeles, faces a sudden and tragic end on his 39th birthday. While driving his new car, he becomes distracted by the controls of the compact disc player. This momentary lapse causes him to collide with an oncoming bus. In an instant, his life on Earth concludes. When Daniel regains consciousness, he finds himself in an unfamiliar yet strangely welcoming place known as Judgment City. This realm resembles a luxurious resort, complete with endless buffets where every dish contains 0 calories, well-maintained bowling alleys for leisurely games, and vibrant comedy clubs filled with laughter. The atmosphere is one of temporary bliss, designed for those who have recently departed from the mortal world. Efficient bureaucrats, who carry an air of mild condescension, oversee the operations here. Their role is to guide the deceased through a process of self-evaluation. Soon after his arrival, Daniel meets his court-appointed defense attorney, a charismatic man named Bob Diamond. Bob explains the fundamental rules of this afterlife system. On Earth, humans utilize only a small fraction of their brain capacity, often governed by deep-seated fears that hinder personal growth. The purpose of the judgment is to assess whether an individual has overcome these fears sufficiently. If successful, the person advances to a higher plane of existence, where greater possibilities await. However, if fears remain dominant, the soul must return to Earth through reincarnation, to learn and try again in a new life. Daniel's hearing unfolds over the course of a week in a formal tribunal setting. Bob Diamond passionately argues on his behalf, highlighting moments of potential and restraint in Daniel's past. Opposing him is the sharp and determined prosecutor, Lena Foster, who presents compelling evidence from video recordings of Daniel's life. These clips reveal instances where fear dictated his choices, leading to regrettable outcomes and missed opportunities. For example, they show professional setbacks, personal hesitations, and everyday mishaps that stem from an inability to confront anxieties head-on. Bob counters these portrayals by emphasizing Daniel's thoughtful nature and occasional displays of composure under pressure. Amid the intensity of the proceedings, Daniel encounters a kind and vibrant woman named Julia at one of the all-you-can-eat restaurants. Julia, who also finds herself in Judgment City after her own passing, exudes confidence and generosity. Her life story, as revealed through her own tribunal, stands in stark contrast to Daniel's. She has lived with remarkable courage, making bold decisions that reflect a fearless spirit. As they spend time together, exploring the wonders of this limbo world, a deep connection forms between them. One evening, the pair visits the Pavilion of Past Lives, a fascinating exhibit hosted by a holographic version of the actress Shirley MacLaine. Here, they glimpse into their previous incarnations, discovering surprising and sometimes shocking identities from history. These revelations add layers of introspection to their budding romance. Daniel and Julia share meals, walks, and intimate conversations, finding solace in each other's presence during the uncertainty of their judgments. The trial progresses day by day. Lena Foster continues to unveil footage that underscores Daniel's struggles with fear, painting a picture of a man who often chose safety over risk. Bob Diamond fights back with interpretations that frame these moments as evidence of wisdom and caution rather than cowardice. Tensions rise as the hearing nears its conclusion. On the evening before the final arguments, Julia extends an invitation for Daniel to join her for the night, expressing her affection openly. Overwhelmed by his emotions and lingering insecurities, Daniel politely declines, citing his need for rest before the decisive day. This decision becomes pivotal when Lena Foster introduces the footage of that very interaction into the court record. Despite Bob's vigorous objections, she argues that it exemplifies Daniel's persistent failure to embrace opportunities due to fear. The judges deliberate, weighing the evidence carefully. On the last day, the verdict arrives. Daniel must return to Earth for another chance at overcoming his fears through reincarnation. In contrast, Julia receives approval to move forward to the next existence. Bob consoles Daniel, reminding him that the system is not infallible and that growth can still occur. Devastated, Daniel boards a tram destined for the reincarnation process. As the trams depart, Daniel spots Julia on a parallel vehicle heading toward advancement. In a surge of desperation and newfound resolve, He calls out to her. Hearing no response at first, he forces his way out of his own tram, pries open a door against the moving vehicle's resistance, and dashes across the platform. He clings to the exterior of Julia's tram, pounding on the window while professing his love. Julia, moved by his actions, reciprocates with equal fervor. Unbeknownst to them, this dramatic scene unfolds on closed-circuit television in the judgment chamber. Bob Diamond, Lena Foster, and the judges watch intently. Bob turns to Lena and questions whether this display of bravery suffices to alter the decision. With a subtle smile, Lena acknowledges the moment's significance. One of the judges intervenes, ordering the tram doors to open. Daniel and Julia reunite in a heartfelt embrace, surrounded by applauding passengers. Together, they proceed to the higher plane, their love conquering the barriers of fear. This tale weaves humor with profound reflections on human existence, using the afterlife as a metaphor for self-examination. Through Daniel's journey, viewers confront the universal challenge of living without the shackles of fear, finding inspiration in moments of unexpected courage. The story highlights themes of redemption, romance, and personal evolution in a whimsical yet thought-provoking setting.